Of the 41% of Americans who make New Year's resolutions, by the end of the year, only 9% feel that they are successful.
We don't have any, so. Hey, you can't fail if you don't have resolutions in the first place. Hey team, welcome back to another episode. Leah and I are just settling in here after a crazy holiday season with the family.
I don't even know what to say. It was wonderful and wild. And I am happy to be home now.
So during the holiday season, we weren't particularly plant-based.
I would say we did the best that we could.
It wasn't zero waste, and there was a lot of clutter. It wasn't a minimalist experience, so...
Can it be a minimalist experience when 8 adults and 4 children are together?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't know.
So now we're like, oh yeah, what are the things that make us feel like grounded? And we're just like settling into those.
So today's episode is sponsored by...
Who gives a crap?
The amazing recycled toilet paper company that donates 50% of all their profits to nonprofits. Oh my God.
Let's keep talking.
But we are going to be talking about them later in the video. Oh my God.
No, I'm really proud of you. Keep going. Your head is not flat.
I'm doing like a really intense squat right now.
Get your yoga in, dude.
Oh God!
We've been home for a few days now, and I feel like we're still trying to make our house feel like a home. We took down all the Christmas decorations. We've watered our sad, dry plants.
Monty is looking bigger than ever.
So good, especially that steak that you put in there.
It is a nice steak. What are you talking about?
No, I love it. It's so, you know what? It's so homemade, zero waste, eco-friendly. It's all the things.
I don't know what to think right now. I think it's really weird that like at the time of the year where everyone kind of like cools their jets and lets it all hang out for a couple of weeks, the next month we all decide that we're gonna be the best versions of ourselves.
You're like, yeah, when I'm celebrating and I've had a few beers, that's when I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take up CrossFit.
I'm gonna lose 50 pounds.
I'm gonna floss and
So we wanted to make this video to explain why Leah and I don't do New Year's resolutions and why we think that you probably shouldn't either.
Controversial.
I know, a hot take. So this will be our first time doing yoga in
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
We did some minor stretching.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
We walked a lot.
Oh my God.
We chased a lot of children.
Oh. So we're on our way to Taco Fino, which is one of our favorite local taco shops. I don't know, when you're away from town for a little bit, one of those things is just like your local restaurants. Mm-hmm. So we don't normally do this, but today's a special day. We're
It's technically still a holiday.
Yeah, so. It's still a holiday kind of. Also, side note, if you live on the West Coast and you don't have a beach umbrella,
it's a golf umbrella.
Or a golf umbrella, these things seriously are a game changer. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Dude, no, I can't even pick it up.
Go for it. Come on. Oh my God. We ordered the nachos, which we've never had before, and our standard super veg burrito, and we couldn't even get to the burrito. We had to pack it up in this bag.
I always have a bag in my purse.
That was so filling. What the hell? So in the restaurant, I sort of had this realization that like, we as a society are hell-bent on like productivity and like hustle culture, and it's super prevalent here on YouTube as well.
Of like becoming your best self, and these 10 tricks you'll optimize your time and blah, blah, blah.
I think we're constantly bombarded with this idea that we have to like improve and like grow and develop just like the economy does. But like, I think that ignores so much of the human experience, that like things change and sometimes they don't get better and sometimes they do get better very quickly, for example.
Or change is not a linear process. It's not like this year is going to be better than last year because it's
the year after the previous one. Yeah, like.
Yeah. I mean, you hope. You want to see some progression in your life, but I think like change and like self-awareness can be different than, you know, setting arbitrary rules for yourself that you feel like if you don't do it, then you're a failure.
We interrupt this deep pontificating to bring you a message from our glorious sponsor.
Who gives a crap? Oh God, I almost fell.
If you've started the year off like crap, then Who Gives a Crap is the awesome way that you can clean up after yourselves. This is probably the funkiest and coolest toilet paper company in the world. They donate 50% of profits to sanitation charities around the world, and they're a registered B Corporation, so you know they aren't talking out of their ass.
That's good.
That was good, right?
I'm impressed.
Who Gives a Crap once again sent us a whole box of toilet paper.
Oh my God.
And they have already sent us so much toilet paper that we thought we would give some to a friend of ours who recently got COVID.
Oh.
Okay, so there you go. That's a gift card to your favorite burger place that you then get toilet paper. So you gotta tell me a better way to tell your friends that you love them. Gift card to a Greasy Spoon restaurant, and then toilet paper to deal with the aftermath.
So if you or anyone you know is in need of some toilet paper, I highly recommend that they check out Who Gives a Crap, and if they do, they can save 20% off their first order by using the link down in the description.
Who do you know that doesn't need toilet paper?
No one. So there you go.
Yeah,
That's
saying, I'm like,
could be anyone. All right, back to the video. So Leah and I have never been resolution kind of people. We set intentions for our life, and we're pretty forgiving with how we feel if we don't live up to those intentional goals.
But I don't think that means you can't change and like reflect on the things that aren't working in your life anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very different thing. It's not just like, this is your one opportunity a year to make a difference in your life.
Exactly.
It's like, why not just reflect on what is working for you? And the more that you learn, the more that you can apply those things to your life.
Leah and I have the intention to live as plant-based, as zero waste, and as low impact as we possibly can. Are we perfect all the time? No, if you've watched this channel, you know that we're not zero waste all the time. You know that we have better and worse days when it comes to these objectives, but when we don't live up to them, it's not the end of the world.
One of the things that we've really tried to cultivate is, instead of like setting these New Year's resolutions, it's like building things into our habits that are gonna be better for us. Like going for a walk every morning because we know we spend most of the day sitting down on our computers. I think as soon as you have built those habits that make you feel like you've accomplished something, and like I write yoga on my planner like almost every day, and when I do it, I'm like, wow, I'm such a badass. And then I can, you know, move on to not necessarily completing another task, but feeling like I've accomplished something today. So even if nothing else goes right, at least I did this thing.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah.
Putting yoga on the list.
You don't write it on your list?
No, I don't know. I should though.
I love it. I start every morning with admin emails. And even if I only answer one email, I'm like, oh.
You get to check it off?
Yeah. Well, I take like a half hour and I answer all of them, but then I check it off. And then I start my day being like, wow, I'm answering emails. I'm great.
Wow. So obviously we are not like authorities in the subject of goal setting, habit forming, productivity, 101.
Life hacks. But I'm interested to know, like, what people think. Like, did this make sense? Because I feel like...
Did it make sense? I have no idea.
Because I feel like to us, it's like, yes, change and learning is constant and evolving, and you want that, but you don't want to put it down to, like, a checklist of things that you feel like you are not going to be able to accomplish. So there has to be a balance, and we're always trying to talk about that gray area in life, right? So what do you think? Like, have you set New Year's resolutions, or are you maybe setting intentions for the year ahead instead?
And if you do relate to any of the stuff that we talked about in this video, then consider hitting that subscribe button, and then we will share more of our opinions with you in videos down the road.
Subscribe, like and subscribe to hear our opinions. Woo, 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 woo.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Okay, throw it to me.
Ready? It's big.
Ow, God.
Okay, try once more.
Don't. No, you have to look in the camera.
Okay, sorry, loft it.
Oh. Yes!
Okay, I'm looking in the camera. You ready? Oh!
Hell yeah, let's go. Oh my God. Let's turn this off before we hurt ourselves.
Break it in the thing.